Well, we had to travel 2,300 miles to find it, but clear, clean, beautiful water. Good sunny summer day to y'all guys. It's beautiful out here. We've got the Black River out here near Margaret McKinney campground. That's where I'm camping. I'll be uploading this video later with my Nomad internet. If you need a mobile internet solution, check out the video description below. They're currently doing a $25 discount, and I love it. Keeps me connected on the road. It's not very deep through here, but it's definitely gonna feel nice. To soak my feet, here we go. Yeah, it's pretty darn cold. Okay. But it feels oh so refreshing. I hope you guys are staying cool wherever you're at. Actually, right there, it's up to my knees. But looking downstream, it just gets even more shallow. And I'm still trying to plan a tubing trip for this summer, somewhere on the Deschutes or somewhere else. But I am glad that I found a DNR campground that's open here in the Northwest, because I needed it. I needed my nature fix, you know? And the trails through here are really accessible. They are horse trails, so you really do gotta watch your step. You will step in some horse pies if you're not careful. But very nice, clean trails and lots of miles of trails through the woods here at Margaret McKinney. It's beautiful here in the Capitol State Forest. Time for your Northwest history lesson. You know what this is right here? This is driftwood, as it drifts on down the creek, down the river. No, actually, let me turn over some rocks. See if we can find a periwinkle. Yeah, let's turn over some rocks and see if we can find any. Okay, none on that one. That's that guy right there. Nothing? Nothing? What? Striking out here, guys. How about that guy? Nothing? Okay. There's one finally, right there. See that little rock? Little pieces of rock? There's a creature in there called the periwinkle. But I'm gonna find a bigger one to show. Oh wow, yeah, so look at this one. There's a bunch of little ones here on the underside of this one. Bunch of them. You can see how they make their little rock cocoons. Here's one up close here. This is kind of a bigger one, actually. So they are the true nomads of the Northwest River, as they build these rock cocoons that blend in with the rest of the rocks around them. And then, here, I'll put this guy back in here and we'll wait for him to move. It usually takes about 30 seconds before they get back on the move. There he goes. See? He is back on the move, getting ready to go back in the water. Isn't that cool how well he blends in? That's a periwinkle. There you go. All right, gonna go back to camp, check in on Jax, see how he's doing. And one of the cool things about RVing, dry camping in the summertime is that you don't have to use your propane and heat up the water to take a shower. It's just naturally going to be a comfortable temperature. And even if it's not that warm, the coolness of it is really going to feel nice. So we'll get back to camp. Look at this river though. We got the Western Sword Fern here. Man. Yep, the Black River empties out into Black Lake. And then goes to the ocean. But let's hike back through the jungle, up this hill, and go check in on base camp. This is my campsite. I got C6, one of my favorite little sites here at Margaret McKinney, kind of tucked away in the back corner. There is a lot of tree cover, but I get solar for about 3 hours, and it's almost enough, depending on how much I use my solar, my stuff inside the RV. It's almost enough so that I don't have to run my generator at all while I'm out here. As long as I can get that 3.5 hours of solar, which it's bulk charging right now, I'm usually pretty good. It's just incredibly quiet and peaceful out here. Yeah. I did have some wood dropped off so we can have a nice campfire here. And first thing I do at pretty much arrival at any campsite in the country is start picking up trash and cigarette butts that are left behind, because you always want to leave it cleaner than when you got there, right? Yeah. Rocks are just covered in moss. Some of these rocks don't see a whole lot of sun. And, you know, people told me when I got my Class A RV that I was not going to be able to bring it to Margaret McKinney. Eric, Class A's aren't going to fit there. So strange. Yes, they fit just fine. In fact, I got 8 feet in front, 8 feet in the back. What is the difference between a Class A and a Class C not fitting here? I don't get it. It's not like they're wider or taller. The group sites are reserved. Yes, you can reserve sites here, some at Margaret McKinney, not all. But I love colors here in the Northwest. Makes me feel like I'm home. Yeah. And besides the 2 group sites that are right next to me, this place is full. It's summertime. You know, Washington State is currently open for recreation, but as you've probably heard, some states around the country are locking back up again. I'm not hurting anybody out here by myself in the woods. That's why you don't see me wearing a mask out here talking to you. I'm social distancing just like I normally do. However, that won't always be the case this summer. I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to stay. Don't know what I'm going to do. But right now, I'm really, really enjoying the Pacific Northwest.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
And good afternoon, everybody. You know, obviously, I don't know what the next chapter of my life is going to be like, or even what next week is going to be like, because we live in a world that is constantly changing and there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. So I am definitely just making up things as I go right now as far as the immediate future. However, I'm still on path to do exactly what I want to do long term, don't worry. The only thing I can count on and that I have control of somewhat is nature, and only to an extent, obviously. I saved this for the end because I didn't want it to sour the video, but if you've been following me over the years, every time I come back to the Northwest where I'm born and raised and went to college and got my degree and everything, something always drastically changes around here. Usually one of my favorite campgrounds closes. And while Liar River has chosen not to reopen this year for COVID, I stopped at another favorite. I guess you'd call it number 2 in the state. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to report the sad news that Rife Lake is officially closed forever. Now, I'm talking about Rife Lake, the DNR campground, not Rife Lake, the state park with the boat launch, but the one that I go to. You guys have been with me. I've been there 4 or 5 times in my life. I've made some incredible memories at Rife Lake. Camping with solar. We filmed the bald eagles, swimming, kayaking, everything on Rife Lake. So the fact that the gates have been closed and DNR and Tacoma Power has determined that the area needs to be preserved. A lot like Sherman Valley some 7 years ago when they shut that one down and bulldozed it back to its natural state. Yeah, they need Rife Lake Campground to go back to natural. And so that's what they chose to do. And what can we really say? Every time I go there, I would have picked up garbage and left it cleaner than when I got there. I did my part. I know a lot of people did their part. We'll never know why they're closing it, but it doesn't matter. It always happens. I'm sad. Obviously, I'm sad, guys, but it's a done deal. It'll never be back. So we have Rife Lake in our memories. We'll have to go find another lake somewhere else in the country to make up for Rife Lake. Okay? Anyway, guys. Like I said, I do not know where Jackson and I will be next. All I know is that you will see me in at least 3 days. No more than 3 days, you'll hear from Jackson and I again somewhere, okay? You guys be well. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.